Woodhounds, Craig here. Welcome back to the channel. We're at woodyard number 2 today, aka my parents' property. The plan is to cut down some ash trees. There's a lot of dead ash here, and ash makes some pretty good campfire wood. It's usually pretty close to being dry and ready to burn right after it's split. So there's 2 trees, hopefully you can see. There's a bigger one right here. I'd say that's close to a 11-10 inch diameter. But first, there's a smaller one back there, probably 8-9 inch diameter, that needs to be felled first. I think they're both going to drop fairly easy, both in this direction. But again, the one farther away needs to be dropped first to make for room for this one to drop. They're the size that if they do get hung up, which is very possible, being in the woods, there's a lot of, it's a crowded canopy up there. I think they're the size that either one of the quads or both of the quads could pull them down if need be. But we'll see what happens. I'll give you a closer look at the trees before we begin. But we're going to be using the 500i today, 20-inch bar. Pretty good size bar for, firewood trees like this. I'll give you a closer look at the trees, and then we'll get to cutting. Stay tuned. So here's the first one. That is the bigger one. Dead, no leaves up there, but it's kind of aiming right for the smaller one. Same deal, smaller one, no leaves on it. Pretty tall, nice straight. Both of these are going to have real nice straight grained wood to split. But again, I think the plan is, drop this smaller one. We have to hook up the quad to pull it down because it gets hung up in there. No big deal. Let's get to it. Well, that went fairly smooth, really no drama. The bar kind of got pinched at the end there when I was trying to pull it out, but that was partially because I wanted to make a real good back cut to get a lot of momentum for it to swing down and fall, versus I didn't want to hold on to the stump and get hung up. So no worries. Chainsaw bar survived. Trees on the ground. There is a little rot, but I think that's just at the base, a couple feet. And it should clear up nice. I think the plan is to drop this other one right now. Then we'll buck them up into firewood. So let's see if we can fell this bigger one. All right, good. No drama on that one either. Fell pretty much right where I would have wanted it and did not get hung up, which is good and bad. Bad because that means the old Big Bear didn't have a chance to do what it likes to do. But no, it fell right where I wanted it, didn't get hung up. And looks like this one's going to be pretty solid, probably the whole way through. And going to be easy bucking for a little while because we're suspended, so that's nice. But that's what's next. Buck these up into 16-inch rounds. First time running a 500i.
That was very nice. I'm a Husky man since 1982. I only had 2 Huskies. 263s, I think they are.
Your one right now is a 261.
Okay. And that's an 88 model. I'm very impressed about that 500. Nice cutting, powerful, lightweight, which is nice for this old man.
Yeah, not bad for 80 cc's, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
But that's its known to fame. Its power to weight ratio is top notch.
Can't argue that.
Yeah, I figured you'd think it'd be pretty fast cutting.
Saving this?
Sure, yeah, throw it in.
Huh?
I said I figured you'd think it'd be pretty impressive cutting.
Oh yeah. Yes, it was.
And all this is just awesome firewood. It's straight grained. Might not be 100% dry, but it's not like it's green or anything. And I don't think you saw me on camera, but I did give the canopy a good look around before we're walking under here without helmets, because that is one of the dangers after you fell a tree in the woods. Could be big limbs up there that broke off. So just a good idea to be aware of that. I'm sure some of you that are watching are You know that. I don't have to say it, but some might be watching that don't cut a lot of firewood or fell a lot of trees. Kind of like me. I actually don't fell a lot. I'm just a hobbyist out here. But safety first, of course. Yeah, this one tree is definitely going to be a full trailer load though. That was most of the trunk. Made about almost a full trailer load here. But there's still the tops from this first tree and the whole smaller tree that needs to be bucked up yet. So stay tuned for that. Load number one, made it. I'll put it right There it is. Go get the last load, and then I'll give you some final thoughts on how today's cutting went. Stay tuned. All right, load number 2, all loaded up. Great looking stuff, just like that first load. A lot of real nice size rounds. This is about what I'd prefer. Nothing in here is too big, nothing in here too small. That just makes for easy cutting, easy picking up, and easy splitting when the time comes. And 500i did great, of course. Yes, this saw is probably overkill, oversized for, stuff like this, but it's fun to run. And I think you heard my dad say it's quite a saw, because that was his first time running it. And I think, like he said, he's previously ran Huskies, mostly in that 60cc class. Like right now, his 261, I believe, is a 60cc saw. So Husky 261, 60cc versus this 80cc, and they're about the same weight. Yeah, you're gonna tell that this is a high performance saw for sure. But it's fun cutting with it. Yeah, I could have used one of my 50cc saws, but again, this thing it's a joy to run. It's smooth, it's fast, and I enjoy it. Sounds like my dad did too. But just looking around here, there's a lot more ash, pretty much just like this, that nice size. The problem with a lot of them is they're tangled up in the tops of other trees. But I think when they're this size, there is a chance that the quad can pull them down if they get hung up. So we'll see. Maybe you'll see more videos of me doing some felling out here of these ash trees. But that's going to do it for today's video. I appreciate everybody watching. Hope you have a good one. Bye.